Not long ago, NVIDIA was just another tech company. It wasn't the biggest name in Silicon Valley, it wasn't the most valuable company in the world, and it certainly wasn't trying to shape the future of artificial intelligence. In fact, NVIDIA had a much simpler goal: make video games look better. Back in the 1990s, the gaming industry was exploding. 3D graphics were becoming more advanced, and virtual worlds were getting bigger, more detailed, and more realistic. But there was a problem. Computers simply weren't powerful enough to render those worlds smoothly. That's where NVIDIA came in. In 1999, the company introduced a new kind of processor called the GPU, the Graphics Processing Unit. At the time, it was designed for a very specific job: rendering graphics, lighting, textures, and everything needed to bring video games to life. But hidden inside that technology was something far more powerful. Unlike traditional processors, GPUs could perform thousands of calculations at the same time, not one after another, but thousands simultaneously. For gaming, that meant smoother graphics, but for scientists and engineers, it meant something much bigger. Years later, researchers realized those same GPUs were perfect for training artificial intelligence. AI requires enormous amounts of math, millions, billions, sometimes trillions of calculations, and GPUs were built to handle exactly that kind of workload. Slowly at first, researchers began using NVIDIA GPUs to train early machine learning models, and then AI started advancing faster than anyone expected. Self-driving cars, image recognition, speech assistance, recommendation algorithms, and eventually powerful AI systems capable of writing, coding, and reasoning. Almost every breakthrough in modern AI had one thing in common: NVIDIA hardware. Tech giants around the world suddenly needed massive amounts of GPU power. Google, Microsoft, Amazon, OpenAI, and data centers everywhere began filling with rows and rows of NVIDIA GPUs, working together to train the most advanced AI systems ever created. Demand exploded and NVIDIA's value skyrocketed. What began as a gaming hardware company suddenly found itself at the center of the biggest technological revolution of the century. By the 2020s, NVIDIA had become one of the most valuable companies on Earth, worth hundreds of billions of dollars, and then over $1 trillion, all because of a technology originally designed to make video games look better. NVIDIA never set out to build the future of artificial intelligence. They were simply trying to make graphics faster. But sometimes the technologies that change the world aren't created intentionally. Sometimes someone builds a tool for one purpose, and the world discovers it can do something far more powerful. And in NVIDIA's case, a chip built for gaming may have accidentally built the future.